Hello, everyone. Amy with Campbell Creations. Welcome in. Today we are going to be making a minimalist set. And this necklace and bracelet that we're going to be making, it's good for guys, it's good for gals, and I think I'm going to be starting a series for this that is essentially gender neutral jewelry. So let's get going on the first one. So I have here two of the little drill shells that I found whenever I was on vacation in Clearwater, Florida. I have cleaned them up. I have given them a coat or two of nail polish, and I have drilled teeny tiny little holes in them. What I use to drill the holes, I got from Michael's, and it is this little drill that has a bunch of little bits with it, and I'm not seeing, yep, here's the bits. Here's all of the bits. I used the very smallest bit for these guys. This is in the resin area. This is for resin drilling, but it works great for shells as well. It was $9.99 at Michael's. So I drilled two little holes in these guys, and we are going to do a very simple, kind of beachy, easy set today. So I have cut of my Flexrite 21 strand and clear, I've cut just a little over 20 inches. We're not going to be beading to 20 inches, but I wanted to have enough of it. We are going to be pulling in some bronze with this, and these spacers I got in a bead haul and I love them, but they have a little bit of heft to them, and I thought they would go good in today's design because everything is so lightweight. This will give it a little something. So we'll be using those in antique bronze. I have some of my little disc heishi beads. And if you wanted to, you could use really any, but I'll be linking some to the gemstone heishi beads. I really needed to use these though, and I wanted to pull in some white. I'll tell you though, the white clay heishi beads would work really well with this as well. Okay, and then I have some coconut seed bead heishi beads here. And so this is what we'll be pulling together. This is going to be very simple design. It's just putting it all on there. And then here I have, and these are actually plastic, and they are little 3mm antique bronze spacers. Those I believe I got at Joann's, if I'm remembering correctly. I'll check that out, and if I have a link for you, I will put it on there. And so also at Hobby Lobby yesterday, I found some of these oversized lobster clasps. All of the oversized lobster clasps that I currently have little hearts on them. And so I wanted ones that were not with a heart. They could go for a guy, they could go for a gal. And so I really like these. I'll link those below. I also got these in antique silver. And to clasp with that, I have just one side of a toggle. And this is two-sided. This I recently received in a haul from beadboxbargains.com. So let's get started here. So I'm wanting my little shells to be up front. And so I'm going to just bead these on. Go right through that hole there. And then in between these two, I'm wanting to put one of my little spacer beads, because it will kind of nestle in the opening. You see there's this opening that's in both of them, and it kind of nestles in just so that they kind of stay where I want them to stay. So on this other side, let's get this through here. This way they will set like this once it's all tied up. So they'll be just a little bit off center, but they'll kind of nestle into each other, and I really like that look. So I'm going to put one of these spacer beads on either side of our little shells before we start our pattern. And since both of our shells are the dark colors and they have some cream in them, but not much. I'm going to be starting this. Let me bead bug the one side. I'm going to be starting this with one of our white disc heishi beads. There we go. So I'm going to be doing 3 of our coconut beads. And do I want 3 or do I want 2? Let's look at 2 and let's see if I want 2 or 3. I'm so used to 3s. I think I want 2. I like that. Let's see with this, because then I'm going to be pulling in one of our discs, one of our metal beads, and another disc. Then it would be followed by 2. So let's do that and take a quick peek. Follow it up with 2 of these little coconut beads. Yeah, 2. I'm thinking 2. This design is as simple as that. But, you know, so often we are making the blingy stuff, the chunky stuff, the stuff that is for the girly girl that likes the bling. And some of us that are girly girls that like the bling sometimes just want something a little more everyday or with something specific. So I know I'll be wearing this. But for some out there, they're not, that's not their jam. They don't like the bling. And this will work well for them. And also, this would work really well for a guy's piece. So I like that thought. And I'm going to do more that's like this as well. Okay. And then we're going to do a double strand bracelet. And I don't think I've made a double strand bracelet with you guys yet. So that would be good. Yeah, I like that. That metal just kind of pops in there a little bit. Good stuff. So if you have not been on Campbell's Creators on Facebook, if you are a Facebook person, you should find us at Campbell's Creators, CAMPBELL' Creators. It is really incredible what's happening there. I mean, I've gotten some design ideas from you ladies because you are great. Just great. Absolutely blowing me away. And I am just thrilled to be able to see what you are creating. And for others to see what you're creating, and for you to get feedback and kudos that you deserve. Like, yeah, that is good stuff. Or as I like to say, I call that happiness. Okay, let's go a little bit on the other side here. I'd rather be safe than sorry. That thing is getting bead bugged. So this will be a pretty quick put together. But I'm really liking the thought of this. This will go good with some of my casual clothes. When I'm wearing my khaki shorts. with a flowy white or cream top. Mm-hmm. This will do well. And I don't want this to be long on my neck. I want this to hit like right at my collarbone. Maybe a little bit below, but not much. So I was talking to Tinley, our 12-year-old, and I was telling her, well, I was telling her about this and asking her what she thought about this. I'll have a playlist that is just for this type of jewelry, and it's a spinoff for me on making some guys pieces because, you know, in my thought of some of these guy pieces, I was like, you know what? I can't just call them, you know, or say that they're for the guys because I would wear these too. Just because it's not blingy doesn't mean I wouldn't want to wear it. So, in talking to Tinley, I was like, you know, it's going to be kind of unisex, so it doesn't matter if it's a guy or a girl, it could be worn nicely. And she was like, so gender neutral? Yes, Tinley, gender neutral. And I like the way that sounds, gender neutral jewelry. So that's what this playlist with some of these pieces will be. So thank you, Tinley, for your input. She is always the thinker, though. She does not mess around with that. She is 12 years old and has the mind of someone much older and wiser. What do they call that? She has an old soul. Look at this. That's just cool. And I didn't want something big. I mean, this would be cool all by itself with nothing here. So just know that if you're looking to make something like this. But I thought these shells just worked out nicely with it. And they're not too big because I didn't want something big at the end. So works out. Okay, so we'll do a few more on this side, and then we'll check the other side and see where we are on our length and on symmetry. I just love these little coconut heishi beads. And when I got them, they came in 3 different colors. So there's the ones that are kind of a creamy white, there's these that are the medium toned, and then there's an even darker toned. So, and they have really went a long way. I'll see if I can get that link. I've had them for so long, but I'm sure that I can find the link for them. I think I've linked them before. So let's take a peek at where we are here. Woohoo! And not spill our beads. So we're a little longer on this side. So let me add to the side and then let's check our length. I have so many of these spacer beads. I think in that haul there was 3 bags. They were about this size maybe, but there was 3 chock full bags of these. And they're just cool dotted spacers. I don't think I've seen any quite like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Just getting us evened up so that we can see where we are. And then let's take a look at it, because I don't know if you noticed, but the last triple strand tutorial that I made, I missed a bead on one of the side strands. I missed one of the 6mm picture jasper, and I was editing the video, and the moment it happened, I was like, oh, but I didn't notice when I was making it. I tell you. All right. So we are at 6 to the inside of this guy. So just over 7. We definitely went more than 14. I'm looking for about 16 to 17. So let's keep going. Hopefully I have enough of these out. If not, I'll go grab some more. So we'll do 2 more on each side, and then we'll check our length. Yeah, I'm glad I went with 2 of these instead of 3 on the coconut heishi beads, because that would have, I think, been a little too much on the brown side. That leaves 1 left, so let's see if this is the length I'm looking for, or if I'm going to get more of those spacers. All right. Actually, I think this is going to be our length. I'm going to try this on too. I'm just looking at them too to make sure I'm not missing anything. 6 to the bottom of that guy. Yep, that's good. So that's going to put us about 17 plus our lobster claw clasp, our oversized one. Let me try this on here. Yep, that's exactly what I'm looking for. That's exactly what I'm looking for. Okay, great. So let's do a little cleanup. And I had 1 left of that guy. Hey. Okay. Looks good. Okay, so let's get out. What I didn't get out was these guys here. So we'll do 2 of those. Grab a couple crimps. And I think I have everything else out. So let's first come on this side. Grab up a crimp tube. I'm just not prepared, am I? All the way on the other side of me over there. We're going to crimp him off. Really well. Let's bring him up. Close him off. And then we'll do this other side. Okay, so let's first let gravity do what it needs to do. Let's make sure he has movement by wrapping him up. Come in here, grab our tube, give a good squeeze. Okay. Trim him up. And we'll close him off. That's cool. I like. Okay, so let's bring these down here. Get him in there. We'll put our lobster on that side. Then on this side, put our top part, aka fancy big jump ring. What I'm using it for today. I like that. That feels real fluid in my hand too, the way the movement goes. I like that a lot. Okay, so let's bring out the stuff for our bracelets. So I'm wanting to do a double strand bracelet, and I'm also wanting to trim off this gnarly little tip. And yesterday when I was at Hobby Lobby, I did get a new kind of beading wire. I thought I'll just try it, right? So this is what I got from Hobby Lobby. It is 49 strand, $10.99, and let's see what it does. This is under bright. So what we're wanting to do is have some of our coconut beads here. And on one of the strands, I'm just wanting coconut beads and then some of these shell beads. And these shell beads I got at Hobby Lobby. I got some more yesterday, and I just like them. They're just simple, they're pretty. They can go really well in just about anything. They're textured on one side, not on the other. But I like them. And then that's going to be one of our strands. And then in the other strand, we're going to pull in some of our little spacer beads that we have, and some 6mm, I believe. Let me look. Rhyolite. These are rhyolite. And I got these rhyolite from Claim It Live bead sale with Thunderhorse Descendant. And I really like them. I like all the different colors that it pulls in. These are just really cool, I think. So let's start off with our strand that has our 6mm. And again, I'm wanting this very simplistic. I don't want to overdo this. I'm going to bead bug it though so that I don't lose an end. Definitely done that before. And we are just going to do, we're going to do 2 of our coconut beads. We'll do a spacer, one of our rhyolite, 6mm guys, and a spacer, followed by 2 of our coconut beads. So that is going to be what this first strand of this bracelet is. Simple, simple. Simple in design, simple to put together, simple in appearance, but is exactly what some are looking for and exactly what I'm looking for in certain outfits or certain days. You know, there's just some of those days that you just want to drum it down some, but you still want to wear your jewelry because we love wearing jewelry, right? So it gives that option. And also, I am not making earrings with this. These would be perfect with a very simple hoop. And that's my plan. But on this, I knew I wanted to have it be able to go with this necklace, but not be the same, if that makes any sense. I was really wanting that. But I think this bracelet's going to have really good movement. So I'm going to like that. Kind of like the way this necklace is, that fluid, snaky kind of feeling. Not that I like snakes, but you know. And this necklace, in a way, reminds me of the necklace that Tristan and his girlfriend, the necklaces they made together to match each other. Theirs was in green with some shell beads and other heishi beads. And Tristan's girlfriend, Annalise, she had picked out the beads. She picked out some good ones. She loves gemstones and she loves rocks. So all growing up, she was all about researching rocks and what types and all that. She's cool. We like her a lot. They've been together for 2 years now. I think a little over 2 years, actually. They're just really cute together. All right. There's one strand, I think. Let me measure it because we're going to have... Okay, so if this is 5, I want this to be about 6.5. So let's do one more series. Let me get another bead. I think 1 should be enough. Let me get 2 just in case. Okay, no, I thought you were done. This rhyolite is really cool. Okay, let's measure it now. because if we use another one of these larger lobster clasps, I don't know if I want to use one that big for this bracelet. Let's see. This is just about 6. I think I am going to go one more. I think I am. Because I think I'm going to use the smaller lobster claw on this. I don't think I want to have it that big. Okay. Let's see where we are. Just over 6. So if I use a smaller lobster clasp, it would be between 6 1/4 and 6 1/2, and that's what I need. So let's do that, and let's now work on our second strand. Didn't I just put up that other bead bug? I did. Okay. I think for this one, all I'm wanting to do is 2 of these with a white in between, and then another 2. So 2 white and then 2. We'll peek at it. But I think the white will pull in some of the different shades and colors that are in this other strand and that rhyolite. I want to get a few sets on here, series of them, and then we'll take a little peek. Yeah, I like that. And you know, these you could even use in your necklace or regular heishi beads or some of those gemstone ones because they have the brown. I'll link those. May need some more of these, we'll see. I cannot wait to get my Bargain Bead Box today. I'm doing a couple recordings this morning. Then we have a pretty busy day, but I'm telling you, I'm going to have everything ready. As soon as I get my Bargain Bead Box, I will do a recording, opening it, get it organized, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to wait until tomorrow morning to start designing with it. We'll see just how busy today is. If the opportunity presents itself, you know I'm taking it. No question there, my friends. These just glide on so easy and quick. What are we looking like on our length? More than halfway. I do think I might need some more of these coconut beads, though. We shall see. I have them pretty close to me here. Thinking if I had extra, I could easily put them up. But hey, we may be using them to easily grab more out. Yeah, we'll need a little more. I think that was too much, but hey, we're good. He did not want to be part of this. Okay, we'll put a couple more series on here, then we'll check it out. Super simple though, right? Simple design, simply worn. Okay, let's measure this guy and the other guy. So 6 at the end of this white bead. This guy's extra on the end, so we'll take him off. So 6 plus 1 coconut bead. So let's see. 6 plus 2 coconut beads. I think I'm going to leave it. Unless, do we have some thin ones here? If I use my thin ones, let's see. Actually, I could take these off as well and put a thinner one, just to see if we can get them identical. He's still a little thick. Let's go for this guy. And this guy. Let's see where we end up. Then we have these two. Nice and thin. Six plus a few beads. Hey, hey, that's looking pretty good. Oh, wouldn't that look cool if there was another strand of this on the other side? Man, I have issues with those triple strands. My design eye just goes straight to, ooh, I could add another strand. But no, this will be good. So let's put our leftovers up. Not many of him was left over. We'll pick that out. Okay, let's do a lobster clasp. Peek at it. That's good. All right, so let's close these guys up. So let me get out a couple crimps. Four of them. And then get 2 more of these guys out. Actually, 4 more. Ooh, I need more. Okay. Bead box bargains when I go there today. I hope you have some. Then we'll close them off. So let's go this side first. Crimp tube. We'll bring that all the way up to the end here. Squeeze him off really good. Bring this up. Close him off. I am so sorry I'm loud with my tools. I really am loud with my tools. Okay, Gonna wrap him up. First, let gravity make sure he's all the way down there. Pull him up. At the last moment, I kind of give just a little bit of a loosen up, just to make sure when I close this, because this clamshell is going to take up a little more room, and I don't want it to be super tight, super straight. Close him off. And we'll close him up. Hopefully we do that straight. Yeah, he's cool. I like him. Knock out this other one. And we're just about good on this set. And I'm so glad I didn't do the bracelet to just match exactly to the necklace. But I'm just going to be honest, I have an anklet screaming at me now. I'm going to need to make an anklet to go with this. And I may make the anklet, no, because I won't want the metal on it. What about a 2-strand anklet? Have you guys ever had a 2-strand anklet? All right, let's see what I can figure out on it. Okay, let gravity take him down, roll him up a little bit, make sure he's got that movement. I'm gonna get him placed here, give a pull. And I didn't loosen up on him when I pulled. I hope he's not gonna be too tight. We shall see. Oh no, he's good. Oh, see, I love the fluidity of these. Kind of that's the snaky feel I'm talking about. I just really like that. Really like it. Okay, so let's get out some more of our jump rings. So I want to jump ring these guys together, and then I will jump ring them to our lobster claw. Okay, so let's get him out of the way. Let's bring one of these others in. Let's hook our links together. Okay. Good guy. Okay. Him hooked up. Then we'll hook a couple of these on. just in case we'll put another guy on there. Whoop. Again, being awful out of those tools there, Amy. Okay, my friends, we have this. I like. Right, and there you go. This is cool. So we have our necklace here and a double strand bracelet that will match it, but not identically because I didn't want it to be identical. But I really like this. This is the first piece in the playlist that we will have for gender neutral jewelry. I appreciate you being here with me today. Thank you. If you like this video, please give me a big thumbs up. Any comments are appreciated. Any shares are appreciated. And if you're not currently a subscriber, please subscribe. We would love to have you here. And if you haven't already went to Facebook to Campbell's Creators, please do so. Great little community there. We'd be happy to have you. And until we meet right back here on this bead mat, I hope you have a fantastic day. Bye.